Yes, it's a very exciting time for the UK-India trading relationship. As of midnight last night, the trade deal that we've negotiated over 5 years almost became live. So as of midnight, we are now able to send goods and services between the two countries on the new trading terms that we've agreed. And it's a very, very exciting time because it will mean cleaner, quicker, faster trading between the two countries than maybe it was yesterday. Immediate benefit is that something like 99% of everything that India sends to the UK will be on either lower or zero tariffs. Something like 90% of whatever the UK sends to India is also on the same basis, lower or zero tariffs. So that should translate into lower prices for the consumer in the countries of both markets. Basically, like I said, 99% of all the things that India sends, 90% of all the things UK sends should benefit. But specifically, there are sectors which are, I would say, the headline-grabbing ones where both countries were very keen to achieve. Certainly from the UK side, it's things like automotives, it's things like alcobevs. Certainly Scotch whisky was talked about a lot over the years. It's things like medical devices from the UK, biscuits from the UK, salmon from the UK, along with many, many other things. And from India, I mean, essentially it was all the large employing industries such as textiles, apparel, leather, gems and jewelry, spices, and so on. So, in effect, there are some very, very good tangible outcomes for both economies and for the customers and the buyers at the end users of these things in both markets. We already have a thriving investment relationship. We have something like over 1,000 companies have invested from India into the UK, and about 800 have actually invested into India from the UK. So that will increase because of the confidence level has increased, the trading relationship will increase, and then based on that, I was actually at a very, very auspicious occasion only a few months ago where a very large UK company has decided to set up a new manufacturing site in Madhya Pradesh. And I went to the inauguration of that. So it's already started in terms of the confidence building that both sides will have. We already have a very, very strong trading relationship. We currently have something like £48 billion worth of bilateral trade, $60 billion if you want to convert it into that. And effectively, we know from all the analysis that we've done that the trading capacity for both countries will increase by £25.5 billion. That is significant. And I've heard mentioned many, many times that something like $60 billion will go to $100 billion over time. And I'm a big supporter of that because I think the trade that we do right now, it can be improved, and it will be improved because of what we've agreed. There is, as you can see, a lot of geopolitical turbulence right now. And it's good that two trusting partners, such as India and the UK, have agreed this comprehensive economic and trade agreement. At least there's some degree of certainty now for businesses along this corridor. And certainly I think that will build. Whether the sort of turbulence around the world affects any of this, I doubt. It's because these are specific bilateral trading arrangements, nothing to do with anything else that's going on. Well, one thing that we have also agreed, which hasn't really been discussed in big detail, is our long-term strategy between the two nations. It's called Vision 2035, UK-India, our long-term partnership, which covers all of these sort of new future-looking industries and things like our growth platform, primarily through the FTA, things like basically climate, things like education, defense, tech and security. All of these are covered in this wonderful document. It's all online. You can actually read for it yourself. We also agreed a thing called a Tech and Security Initiative, which is about exactly the things you just mentioned. How can we collaborate and work together on things like AI, things like cyber, things like life sciences, all the future-looking industries where we both play. We have great companies in those industries, and we can help them shape their collaboration going forward. They're already doing it. We can just help them do it faster and quicker. Unless we do something actively, these 2,000 pages of legal text will just sit on a shelf. Certainly my team here, and we have a number of people around India who will promote this deal to tell people what it's all about, how can it work, and what can you do, what can't you do, how do you need to comply with whatever the new rules are. We will do that, and in the UK, our organisation, the Department for Business and Trade, along with all the various chambers of commerce, will do similar in the UK. Indeed, I went on a roadshow in the UK only a few weeks ago, where we went to every major city of the country, explained to them that we're about to go live, and that's what this FTA, this is what it delivers, and what is it that you can do. Much, much excitement. Almost 10,000 companies turned up to actually hear that message. Vast majority of businesses in the UK and in India are SMEs, and we made sure that this FTA could be used by them as well as the very large corporations. And specifically, we have an SME chapter in there which helps people navigate the sort of do's and don'ts in the FTA. We also have essentially new agreements on customs, for example, which is what SMEs find very difficult to navigate in both countries. So there are pointers throughout the deal which actually will make life much, much easier. So quicker, cleaner, and much more simpler rules of engagement on both sides. I think it will be a very, very positive time for the two countries. The economies are very complementary, lots of partnerships already. Many companies have decided they want to play in each other's countries already. There's a lot of companies, both sides, are looking at the markets and deciding that this is actually a very good area for investment, both from the UK side and from the Indian side. If you look at the sort of future of India's growth, 6-7%, why would the UK not want to be partners with a country like India? I think it will benefit all of India. The sectors that we've included in this deal are universal, but Maharashtra specifically, life sciences, financial services. We have a financial services chapter, so this is the home of financial services. And so certainly Mumbai will feel a lot of the benefit of the trade deal.